Count on LEX 18 News.
Coming up, President Biden defends his decision to end America's longest war. We'll have the latest on the chaos in Afghanistan.
I'm really disappointed in our government right now.
We're hearing from a retired Navy SEAL from Kentucky who says he is in disbelief after the Taliban takeover. Plus, it's move-in day at the University of Kentucky, how COVID-19 is changing how things are done. LEX 18 News at 5 starts now. Good evening, I'm Larry Smith.
And I'm Nancy Cox. Thank you for joining us at 5. Just about an hour ago, President Biden addressed the nation, defending his decision to withdraw U.S. troops from Afghanistan. We'll have the latest on the crisis in just a couple of minutes.
But first, we're seeing heavy rain in parts of the Commonwealth, including flash flooding in Nicholas County, which is still recovering from devastating floods just weeks ago. Chief Meteorologist Bill Meck joins us now with a look at the weather. Bill.
Indeed, we do have a flash flood warning up for Nicholas County, including Carlisle, and that's in effect until 7 o'clock this evening. We've had reports of flooding going on. Main Street's had parts of it closed because of flooding. Concrete Street has, as well as Old Paris Road, has had reports of closures due to flooding in Carlisle. So again, flash flood warning until 7 o'clock, and it does include Carlisle and most of central Nicholas County. What's going on? You go here on the Max Track Live Doppler. Now, the heaviest of the rain has begun to work its way now to the east, but still eastern parts of Nicholas County getting some locally heavy rain. Lighter rain then back towards Cynthiana. You look at more heavy showers then running from the Toyota plant there in Scott County all the way up to Sadieville. These are moving off to the northeast. Other storms just north of Stamping Ground there. We see other storms then north of Frankfort, then back up toward Peaks Mill and Bald Knob there in northern Franklin County. Woodford County just along and north of the Parkway, you are seeing, again, heavy downpours. You've also got one just near Masterson Station there in Fayette County. Other strong storms are northern part of Whitley County, continuing back into Knox County and into Clay County as well. Future track. Let's take you on through this evening, and as we do so, again, you're seeing the scattering of storms around. Not everybody sees them. That's been the case now for days, where we see pockets of heavy rain. Other folks don't get quite so much. Now, your day tomorrow is going to see the remnants of Fred beginning to come north. As it does so, we'll see new thunderstorms break out. A steadier rain will be along and mainly to the east of the track of Fred, but by late tomorrow afternoon, rain will be getting heavy across southeastern Kentucky as the remnants of Fred get awfully close, but there'll be a very sharp back edge to all of that. Upper 70s to around 80 here at 5 o'clock. We will talk about the rest of your week, which is a wet one, in a couple minutes.
All right, Bill, thanks. Today, the world is watching two capitals, one in Afghanistan, the other in the United States.
Desperate people fleeing for their lives as the Taliban takes control of Kabul, and President Biden is facing the fallout of the Afghan government's collapse. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
Scenes of desperation at the airport in Kabul as Afghan citizens try to make it on the last planes out before it's too late. While the world watches the Taliban take over that capital, President Biden returning to Washington to address the unraveling humanitarian, military, and political crisis.
I stand squarely behind my decision. After 20 years, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces.
The president ordered thousands of American troops back in, but only to secure the airport and facilitate evacuations. The White House acknowledging the Afghan government's fall happened much faster than anticipated as their president fled the country and security forces collapsed.
What's happening now could just as easily happen 5 years ago or 15 years in the future.
Allies and critics alike are demanding to know how the Biden administration so badly underestimated what would happen when they pulled out U.S. troops.
What we have seen is an unmitigated disaster, a stain on the reputation of the United States of America.
Early last month, President Biden brushed off comparisons to the fall of Vietnam, yet video out of Afghanistan today echoing the dangerous scramble to get U.S. citizens to safety and the hopelessness of their allies who may be left behind. Nearly 20 years after American forces moved in to neutralize a terrorist threat, Afghanistan now firmly back in the grip of a Taliban regime. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
We've talked to a few veterans here locally who say they're disheartened to see what has happened.
One retired Navy SEAL Team 6 sniper says he feels all the sacrifice was for nothing. He says he's heartbroken for his friends who were killed in the war and fearful for the Afghans who helped the U.S. troops and are now in serious danger. He also says he's surprised by how many emotions the news dredged up, and he's really struggling.
I never in a million years thought that I would have the types of feelings that I had come up that I had this weekend. It's just, I never thought that I had left that much of myself in that country.
If you're a veteran or you know a veteran who's struggling after the news of this weekend, you can call the VA Crisis Hotline. It's 800-273-8255 and then press 1.
Turning now to the latest in the coronavirus in Kentucky. Mondays are usually low on cases, but today marks 1 week of at least 2,000 new cases per day. Here's the latest report released just minutes ago. 2,100 new cases today, along with 9 more Kentucky deaths blamed on the virus. The state's positivity rate continues to rise, passing 12% over the weekend and standing today at 12.4%.
Teachers and students in Lee County are home for the majority of this week after a handful of positive COVID-19 cases. Over the weekend, school leaders said in a Facebook post that there were 3 COVID-positive students and others in close contact. 5 staff members also tested positive. Given the number of staff members needing to quarantine and get tested, the superintendent says there just aren't enough people to teach. The county public health director says one of the ways to prevent this from happening later in the year is for more people to get vaccinated.
The more people we get vaccinated, the less likely it is that we'll have to put school on hold. You know, we're still going to have individuals that test positive. We may have a class we need to quarantine.
We also spoke with the superintendent about the outlook for a return to school later in the week. Hear what she has to say coming up on LEX 18 News at 6. As COVID cases continue to rise, we want to know what you're seeing. We're asking you to vote right now in our live poll. Have you noticed more people wearing masks?
And the voting started just a few minutes ago, and as you can see already, we've got some votes in. Just scan the QR code there on the bottom of your screen or go to lex18.com/vote now. We'll be checking in throughout the evening, and we'll have the final results for you tonight at 7 o'clock on Evening Edition. Well, with COVID surging and kids back in schools, it's a good time to remember the guidelines if you think you've been exposed to the virus and need to isolate. So here we go. State officials today tweeting this reminder: if you test positive and develop symptoms, you're supposed to isolate until 10 days after your symptoms began. If you're positive but have no symptoms, you should isolate until 10 days after your test. Well, what if you've been in close contact with someone who tested positive? Well, if you're fully vaccinated, in that case, get a test 3 to 5 days after the exposure. If you're not vaccinated, quarantine for 10 days after you were exposed.
Governor Beshear will hold his next coronavirus update tomorrow. The agenda includes COVID's continuing strain on the state's hospitals and COVID-19 vaccine boosters here in Kentucky. It's streaming live at 11:30 on lex18.com, the LEX18 Facebook page, and all of our streaming TV apps.
Today is moving day on the UK campus where thousands of freshmen officially became Wildcats.
Big doings. LEX 18's Michael Burke has more from campus where some rain, some talk of COVID, and a mom's emotions were all part of the experience.
If she didn't know it before, then today confirmed it. Her baby boy is all grown up now.
I'm trying not to cry. I've been trying not to cry all morning, but I'm so excited. So excited to see what happens here for my son, who is right there and 6'4" and ready to go.
Does Coach Cal know about him?
I mean, my basketball skills, I don't think are up to his level.
Going to 4. That's okay. Evan is here to pursue engineering anyway, which isn't a one and done deal. In fact, most everyone moving into dorm rooms on the UK campus today will be here for a while. Like band member Zach Miller. He's a senior and knows how to navigate this place.
Be yourself. Trust your gut, and don't be afraid to put yourself out of your comfort zone.
A zone which, once again, this fall feels a little less than comfortable to the 11th year president.
We are going to have cases. You can't eliminate COVID. It'll probably be with me for my lifetime.
So they'll do what's necessary on this campus to live with COVID.
It is going to be difficult getting back, into it, used to it, because, we had the mask mandate go away for a few months. But yeah, I think it'll be okay for me.
Hopefully mom does too.
All the flashbacks of when he was a kid, a little boy, and here we are. It's honestly, I don't even believe I'm doing it.
Today was confirmation for thousands of parents like her. In Lexington, Michael Burke, LEX 18 News.
Well, tickets for Keeneland are now available.
Plans for the fall meet and how you can buy tickets coming up in a few minutes on LEX 18 News at 5. And at 5:30, we hear more from Senator Mitch McConnell as he weighs in on the situation in Afghanistan.
Guess what, Kentucky? Getting your COVID-19 vaccine just got even smarter. Because now, your shot of hope comes with a shot at winning $1 million. Or a full ride college scholarship. All you have to do to be able to enter and win is get your vaccine. It could save your life and change your life. To register to win or find a vaccine site near you, just visit shotatamillion.ky.gov.
If you've been hurt and it's not your fault, do you need to call a lawyer? Yes.
You want to know why? Because insurance companies are not going to get you the money for everything you're entitled to unless somebody makes them. Hughes & Coleman, they make them.
They got millions of dollars for people just like us. That's what they do. They help people every day.
Hughes & Coleman will fight to get you the money you need right now.
They'll make them pay.
And pay big.
Just call Hughes & Coleman. 800-800-4600.
Your HVAC system is a big investment. For a limited time, call Comfort Heating and Air to get a new HVAC system for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest until 2023. Just call the Comfort Man. I'm on my way.
Power into winning at Red Mile Gaming and Racing with the hottest new games including Lock It Link, Quick Hit Riches, and Ultimate Fire Link. You could spin and win the $200,000 cash grand prize on our Power Wheel. We'll have guaranteed winners on Saturday, August 7th and 14th and September 4th and 11th from 4 p.m. to midnight. Earn entries now through September 11th to hit it big. Your $200,000 is waiting in our $200,000 Power Wheel at Red Mile Gaming and Racing. Red hot excitement. Visit redmileky.com for details.
Celebrating 35 years of performance with our most thrilling lineup. Don't miss limited time offers at the Acura Summer of Performance event going on now. Visit Courtesy Acura in Lexington for attractive offers on the RDX.
LEX 18 Storm Tracker Weather in partnership with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Guess what? It's been raining. For some folks, it's been raining way too hard again. We have a flash flood warning up in Nicholas County until 7 o'clock. We've had reports of roads being flooded. Main Street, Concrete Road, and Old Paris Road have been reported as being closed at times due to high water. Now, the radar estimation on the rain comes in maybe a little less than you would expect, but still around an inch. But if it fell in a hurry, that can lead to some very quick flood problems. So, as we always tell you, never drive across a flooded road ever. If you live in a flood-prone area, be prepared to move to higher ground. That's in effect again until 7 o'clock for that flash flood warning. Max Track Live Doppler, it's that peppering of storms around once again. I mean, it's been raining off and on all day today for a lot of us. So here at 512, you are looking at those storms. A lot of them are getting out of Nicholas County there, but we still have one between Carlisle and Sharpsburg. These are pushing off to the northeast. Cynthiana, some light rain. Rain gets a little heavier as we look around the Toyota plant especially. That is a real good downpour coming along I-75. That's likely slowing the traffic down. Up from Sadieville into the Harrison County area, northern part of Franklin County, but also one now popping right on I-64. You folks in Versailles now getting a pretty decent downpour from the Castle back then along US 60, going out toward Tyrone. A couple of showers in Fayette County. You've got one up near the Horse Park. You've got another one just left Athens. Looks like a couple more right around downtown. Those are lighter. Harrodsburg's got a quick little downpour, and then you've got an actual thunder shower in northern part of Knox County. But it's that chaotic look. In fact, there's a shower right there. You see it? There, from the St. Joseph Health WeatherBug camera. They're from Keeneland. So again, you got these spotty showers around. So some of us have gotten really wet. Fred is heading toward the bluegrass, and the next totally dry day in the 8-day looks to be next week. So over the last week, rainfall numbers are huge for some, but not everybody has seen it. You can see with the blues mixed in, that's where it hasn't rained much. Where you see the oranges and reds, that's where it's rained a whole lot more. But Liberty's had about 4 inches, but Danville and Stanford only around an inch. So you get an idea of the variance here. Richmond around an inch, Winchester though only 0.7 of an inch. But look at Fayette County. We have had some incredible downpours over the last week on the south side. Veterans Park and East Hickman, over the last 7 days, both just under 6 inches of rain. More than 4.5 in Childsburg, better than 3 at Winchester Road. Now the western half of the county, significantly less. I mean, you've got 1.5 miles between Veterans Park and the Mesonet site, and it's a month's worth of rain difference. Bluegrass Airport in that time officially 1 3/4 inch. Fred has come ashore as a top-end tropical storm with winds at 65 miles an hour between Panama City and Apalachicola. It is continuing a northbound track. From the folks at the Hurricane Center, 60 miles per hour now at 5 o'clock as it continues moving north across Georgia. Scraping by the Carolinas, headed toward eastern Kentucky over the coming 2 days. You can see by Wednesday morning, passing then through eastern Kentucky. Rainfall amounts heaviest along and just to the right of the track of Fred, which you can see, again, some of those rainfall numbers are large. But look at it locally. What happens here? I-75 is your rough boundary. East of I-75, 2 to 4 inches of rain are possible. Look at there between Richmond and Lexington, at least in the computer modeling. So again, that gives you an idea of what is going on. Oh, this is going to be new day with the graphics. So what's happening here is I'm running out of time, and I don't have my panic frame in here with the new graphics. So we're going to see all these things going by very, very quickly. Temperatures, again, close to 80. For the producer in the booth, really, I am going as quickly as I can. 78 right now. You've got an almanac that shows the normals and the records. These are all previews of what you'll see coming up at 5:30 and 6. For tonight, showers and thunder showers diminishing, will be in the upper 60s. Tomorrow, close to 80. Rain and thunderstorms around again. Some of them will be heavy. Wednesday, showers and storms are beginning to taper off by the time we get you into Thursday. Rain chances are around. They increase again Friday and Saturday. Next Monday is the dry day.
Bill, what is it you say computers do exactly
what you tell
them to do? Go talk to yours. Thanks, Bill. A horrific scene is unfolding in Haiti.
More than 1,300 people killed in that deadly earthquake, and now, as Bill was saying, a tropical storm bearing down on that region. Details coming up on LEX 18 News at 5:30. But still ahead at 5, we hear from UK's new quarterback, Will Levis, about how he's gearing up for the new season. LEX 18 News at 5 continues after the break.
Central Kentucky.
We're moving to a new station.
Starting September 6th, you can watch live on LEX 18 at 11 a.m.
We got to pack for the big station move.
Don't worry, I've got it covered. Oh, Gelman.
Spend every weekday with daytime's #1 talk show.
This must be the place. This is
the spot.
This is the spot. This is where the players play.
Watch live weekday mornings at 11 on LEX 18, starting September 6th.
If you or a loved one needs help with a substance use disorder, remember, you are not alone. The Kentucky Help Statewide Call Center offers resources, assistance, and guidance. Call 1-8338-KY-HELP today.
There's nothing like the freedom of the open road and the bond bikers share here in Kentucky. But motorcycle wrecks can result in very serious injuries like a TBI and broken neck.
At Isaacs & Isaacs, we are the attorneys for bikers. We know bikers because many of us are bikers.
So we take motorcycle wrecks personally.
These are just a few of the motorcycle wreck settlements we've got in our climb. And our team will fight to get you every dollar you deserve. One call, that's all.
Habits are formed in a matter of days, and they can be changed in just days as well. The first step is simply shifting your mindset, which can lead to better health, increased productivity, and improved finances. The first change we can make is to ban the word budget. Try using the phrase spending plan. This shift in thought can motivate us to stick to our spending plan. Next, shift from your mindset from saving to investing. This is a friendly reminder to assess the amount of risk we are taking. Be proactive by meeting with a financial professional when you are 5 to 10 years away from retirement. It's never too late to change your mindset. At Family Wealth Group, we can help you determine if you have enough money saved and create and implement a comprehensive plan.
The Money Minute is brought to you by Family Wealth Group, Central Kentucky's retirement planning agency.
It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep.
If you or a loved one needs help with a substance use disorder, remember, you are not alone. The Kentucky Help Statewide Call Center offers resources, assistance, and guidance. Call 1-8338-KY-HELP today.
watching LEX 18 News at 5.
We're less than 3 weeks away from the start of the UK football season. And yesterday, the Wildcats made a big announcement naming the starting quarterback.
Yeah, this was huge. Keith Farmer sat down today with the new starter, Will Levis, and the two guys who made that final decision, head coach Mark Stoops and offensive coordinator Liam Cohen. And Keith joins us now from the newsroom with their comments. Keith.
Yeah, this was a bit of a surprise because there have been times when a quarterback battle goes until that final week leading up to the first game, but Will Levis definitely opened some eyes in his short time on campus. The transfer from Penn State didn't even get here until summer in July, so he wasn't even around for spring practice, and he's showing off great arm strength, a command of the offense, and the huddle. So the coaches didn't feel the need to wait on a decision. Bo Allen was named second on the depth chart and Joey Gatewood third, but he has decided to enter the transfer portal. Levis talked today with me about what that first practice was like today being the QB1 for the Wildcats.
Now that I know that I'm the guy and the offense knows I'm the guy, being able to kind of assert myself as a leader more was definitely exciting for me, because that's something I've tried to kind of withhold a little bit just because I know that I wasn't the guy yet, but now that I definitely am, it's easier for me to be a vocal leader and the guy that's leading the offense.
I feel like we have clarity in this situation. I think our team understands that, and it's business as usual today. Just moving on, trying to get better. Will had obviously more energy, more juice, more command because he was in charge and he knew that.
We probably just had a little bit more cohesiveness. The guys just understanding that this is the way it is right now and this is where we're going. So I think there was just probably a little bit more of a calming sense as opposed to just understanding we're still in this quarterback competition, who's the guy.
Well, the earlier decision gives Kentucky the chance to give Levis the first team reps so he can continue to gel with the offense and they can continue learning Coach Cohen's new offense. And it also gives Bo Allen those second team reps. UK still has depth as well with Nick Scalzo, Kaya Sharon, and Patrick De La Hunte in the quarterback room. Larry, Nancy, back to you.
All right, can't wait. Thanks, Keith. Well, once football weather gets here, it'll be time for the fall racing season, too. Tickets to Keeneland's fall meet are available. The track is planning to reopen at full capacity after COVID affected attendance at the past two meets. The 17-day fall meet will have a record $6 million in purse money on the line during an expanded schedule of 22 races. There will also be new dining options and season passes available. Check out all the prices online at the URL on your screen there, tickets.keeneland.com.
Health leaders in Moorhead say that hospital is getting close to capacity.
Coming up at 5:30, how doctors there devised a plan to handle the influx of COVID patients. Up next, though, officials in Washington are calling for a crackdown on fake vaccine cards. LEX 18 News at 5 continues after the break.
He is annihilating this course. Oh, my goodness. He doesn't have a cut, and I think he might be bleeding. He doesn't quit. He's a machine.
American Ninja Warrior, tonight on NBC.
I'm obsessed with you. Oh, my God.
She even came with a ponytail.
Did you happen to see how last season ended? I won.
But that's why I'm here.
At Kroger, every free pickup order is picked fresh and packed with care, or we'll make it right. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
My name is Frankie Lewis. I am the owner of Frankie Lou Fashion House. I'm also a Kentucky Keys Scholar, and Keys Money is cool because it gives students an early opportunity to take action in financing their education.
When choosing a law firm, you have so much at stake. Your future, your family. Don't rely on luck and hope. Hope is not a plan. At forthepeople.com, you can see our real results. Rely on reputation and over 30 years of fighting for you. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
At Batteries Plus, we power family road trips. We power bedtime stories. We power our local hospitals. We power connections with friends. We do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives. How powerful is that? Need a phone fixed? We got it. Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
O'Donnell Family Dentistry has expanded our office for you. We're excited to announce the addition of Dr. Bill Galbraith. We've got more space for today's expanding dental needs. From cosmetic dentistry, implants, sleep apnea solutions, and sedation dentistry. Now accepting new patients with evening and Saturday appointments available.
Brighter, strong, and healthy. O'Donnell Family Dentistry.
Kroger Delivery is always fresh because we check our produce at every stop on its journey to you. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
LEX 18 News is brought to you by the Reese's Extreme Blizzard Treat, only at your DQ. Official UK station coverage sponsored by CHI St. Joseph Health.
What? The Texas Supreme Court has halted mask mandates in two of the state's most populous counties over the weekend.
Governor Greg Abbott originally issued an order banning any mask requirements from schools or local governments and sued when Dallas and San Antonio added the orders. The Supreme Court sided with the governor and issued a stay, meaning the orders won't stand for now. But two court cases over the mask mandate ban are being allowed to continue. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden has called superintendents in Arizona and Florida for defying their governor's orders and adding mask mandates at their school districts. He personally spoke with the heads of the Broward County, Florida, and Phoenix, Arizona schools sometime on Saturday. The White House had promised to refund any state money cut by Florida and Arizona's governors after they threatened to cut funding for any school that added a mask mandate.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is calling for a crackdown on fake COVID vaccination cards. A report by the Associated Press explained how people are cheating the system and causing concerns at universities and businesses that require proof you're protected. Schumer says federal officials, including the FBI, need to stop the flow of fake cards coming from overseas. Using a fake vaccine card with an official U.S. government logo is a federal crime, which can be punished with a fine and up to 5 years in prison. A Republican leader says the Senate's recently approved infrastructure bill could pay for two important bridge projects with no taxes or tolls required here in the state. Kentucky is set to receive at least $5 billion in funding over the next several years for roads, airports, rail, broadband, and water projects if the bill is passed in the House. State Senate President Robert Stivers says the state will apply for part of an extra $12 billion for multi-state programs to cover a new Brent Spence Bridge and the I-69 bridge project in western Kentucky. Stivers says Kentucky's state budget could be strained by those projects if the federal bill is not approved.
A retired Navy SEAL says news of the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan has left him furious.
Kristen Edwards has more from her interview coming up on LEX 18 News at 6.
A shield against the elements. Comfort in the midst of chaos. Shelter in the aftermath of destruction. For 75 years, Shelter Insurance has remained true to our promise to be there when you need us most. This is the heartbeat of our company, our why. And throughout our history, it has never wavered. Shelter Insurance. For your auto, home, and life. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Horizon Health has supported Kentucky families for more than 20 years through our center-based healthcare facilities or with the assistance of our trained home care attendants. Our goal is to create a positive and healthy environment that provides connection, community, and excellent care. We offer personal care services such as skilled nursing, assistance with medication, nutritious meal prep, and overall relief for family caregivers. For more information and a location near you, visit forhorizon.com.
The National Center on Elder Abuse has estimated that 1 out of 20 nursing home patients has been the victim of negligence or injury. About 5,000 deaths per year are due to the negligence of nursing home staff. Yet nursing homes continue to put profits over patient care, and our loved ones are paying the price. If you put your trust in a nursing home to care for your loved one, and that trust has been violated, call Hughes & Coleman immediately. 800-800-4600.
Safe. It's a feeling you have when you're with someone you count on. And there's no safer place in a storm than with the LEX 18 Storm Trackers. The most experienced team with the best technology. MaxTrack 2.0 Live Doppler. Now more advanced than ever. Keeping you safe, informed, connected. Everywhere you need us. LEX 18 Storm Tracker Weather. In partnership with Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Take LEX 18 News with you anytime, everywhere you need us. Download the free LEX 18 News app today. LEX 18, streaming local news 24/7. Search for LEX 18 on your device. Count on LEX 18 News.
Senator Mitch McConnell explains his thoughts on the situation in Afghanistan as Taliban forces retake that country.
Plus, as the Delta variant spreads in Kentucky, hospitals are finding ways to increase capacity. How one healthcare system in the state is managing the rising cases. LEX 18 News at 5:30 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dia Davidson.
And I'm Angie Bevan. Thanks for joining us on LEX 18 News at 5:30. And after a soggy weekend, this wet weather is sticking around.
Chief Meteorologist Bill Meck joins us now from the Weather Center with a look at tonight's forecast. Bill?
We do have some flooding that we're going to have to contend with at least for a little while longer. Flood warning does continue, and that's for Nicholas County, including Carlisle. It's going to be in effect until 7 o'clock. We have seen pockets of very heavy rain, obviously in a place that just can't handle that water after we've had so much flooding up there. So MaxTrack Live Doppler, it's just a scattering of storms around, but one of those storms has indeed gone through Carlisle and is headed now on up toward Fleming County. Again, it's locally heavy rain. You've got more rain than now western part of Harrison County up toward Barry. Around the Toyota plant, it's been raining hard here for a while, right along I-75. So again, that likely causing some delays on 75. You folks there in Versailles, back up to almost Midway, and then continuing to Millville, Frankfort. You guys have got some rain, northern part of Franklin County as well. We've got one storm that popped up right there on 127 north of Harrodsburg. You got a little rain in downtown Harrodsburg as well. Just to the east now of Lancaster there in Garrett County, you got another little shower starting to go between Crab Orchard and Stanford, and then another thunder shower going in northern Knox County, going into the southern part of Clay County. Over to the future track from 7 o'clock, it's the same scattering of storms that we've seen now for a couple of days. As we continue through the evening, we'll notice those numbers decrease. Get you into tomorrow morning. See that rain? That is the remnants of Fred as it begins to come up. Now, there'll be some thunder showers on its periphery and then a steadier rain as you get closer to the low center. By the time we get you into the afternoon and evening tomorrow, that rain will become heavier, especially across southeast Kentucky. Now, the exact track that Fred ends up taking determines where the heaviest of the rain is. Along and east of the track is where the rain will be heaviest. There'll be a very sharp cutoff as we head back to the west. So again, some folks get a whole lot of water. Some folks will be spared some of that. We'll talk about that in more detail and look through the rest of your week in a couple of minutes.
All right, Bill, thanks. Well, as the world watches what's happening in Afghanistan, Senator Mitch McConnell addressed the situation during a trip to Jeffersontown today.
The senator made it clear he's disappointed in the decision to pull American troops out of Afghanistan. McConnell says not only will it harm the Afghans, but it could hurt America's interests. LEX 18's political reporter Carolina Buchek has more. It's tonight's big story at 5:30.
As images of people trying to escape Afghanistan come out of the Middle East today, Senator Mitch McConnell jumped right into the topic during a stop in Kentucky.
I want to address the situation in Afghanistan.
McConnell said even though America has been in Afghanistan for a long time now, he does not accept the notion that this has been an endless war. He believes America had a key job to do there.
I think it's important to remember why we went into Afghanistan in the first place. Afghanistan was a haven for al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda was the organization that attacked us on 9/11. We didn't go into Afghanistan to build a modern Jeffersonian democracy. We went there because it was in our own interest to try to prevent terrorism.
McConnell made it clear he believes America pulling out of Afghanistan entirely was a mistake. He calls the situation a, quote, unmitigated disaster.
I think Afghanistan is lost. Every terrorist around the world is cheering.
During his visit, McConnell also addressed the growing COVID concern here at home. He says there is one answer to get us out of this pandemic.
Vaccines, vaccines, vaccines.
The senator said he doesn't understand the resistance some Americans have towards the vaccine, but he says if people won't listen to him, Listen to the facts.
Just look at the statistics. I believe it's the case that 97% of the people who are in the hospitals are unvaccinated. 97% of the people in the hospitals are unvaccinated. That's a fact. That's not an opinion, it's a fact.
In Jefferson County, Carolina Buchak, LEX 18 News.
Well, the latest data from the CDC shows young people are still at risk for the Delta variant. The nation just set a new record for Americans in their 30s hospitalized with COVID-19. More than 173,000 people in their 30s were in the hospital as of the latest data on Friday. That's up 12% as compared to a week ago and more than double what it was during the last COVID peak in January. As COVID-19 infections increase in Kentucky, some hospitals are seeing more patients who need treatment due to the illness.
In Moorhead, doctors at St. Clair Healthcare say that they have seen an increase in recent days, so it's causing them to make some adjustments.
We've been concerned and monitoring the situation statewide and regionally for a couple of weeks.
And as Dr. William Milan with St. Clair Healthcare and his team saw cases rising, they devised a plan to handle a potential influx of patients.
Capacity is a function of three things. So it's the volume and severity of patients, how many physical beds you have, and how much staff you have. And so we've had to look at all three of those in this situation. And we realized that we were headed that way. So we have been planning for it. We actually went ahead and rolled into a temporary surge intensive care unit over the weekend.
That meant re-equipping a post-anesthesia care unit to make it an ICU room. Dr. Milan says they're treating the most COVID patients currently as compared to any time in the pandemic. They have 18 in the hospital, half of which are critically ill, meaning they have poor oxygen. And over half of their regular ICU beds are currently filled with COVID patients.
We are definitely over a normal capacity for COVID, so we are adjusting and making arrangements to meet that need by rearranging our resources.
The planning and preparations they did make are worth it so they can care for patients the best they can. Angie Bevan, LEX 18 News.
And on top of COVID cases, hospitals across the country are also seeing spikes in RSV cases. Now, RSV is a respiratory virus. It can affect children and adults, but it can cause pneumonia and other severe breathing issues in kids. RSV infections usually go up in the late fall, but some states have reported that case numbers that are usually seen in the wintertime, they're seeing now. Health officials say that places that have reinstated some mask mandates will likely start to see a decrease in RSV cases. Tonight's poll question focuses on mask wearing. We want to know if you have noticed more people wearing masks as the Delta cases continue to rise. Let us know by using our mobile app or our website to answer the question. We'll share what the Bluegrass thinks a little later tonight.
A sidewalk chalk artist has been bringing smiles to neighbors during the pandemic. Coming up, we're going to share the designs that have people asking for more. And later, a nation recovering again from disaster. Going to show you the situation in Haiti after a devastating earthquake.
He is annihilating this course. Oh my goodness. He doesn't have a cut and I think he might be bleeding. He doesn't quit. He's a machine.
American Ninja Warrior, tonight on NBC.
I'm obsessed with you.
Oh my God.
She even came with a ponytail.
Did you happen to see how last season ended? I won.
But that's why I'm here.
Put him in the dirt. Say it again, man, and that's a reverse. Never rehearse. Jumping in first. Call up the nurse, put the beat in the hearse.
Yum, yum, get you some.
When it comes to internet and TV, Spectrum has the competition beat.
Really? Can you keep up with all this?
Yes. With faster download speeds and better performance, Spectrum is the #1 choice for gamers. Switch now with the fastest internet starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits. Plus, save with a free internet modem. AT&T charges up to $120 a year for that. Get Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 833-673-4499.
Okay, but what about TV?
It's not easy to find something that works for everyone.
Spectrum TV with the free Spectrum TV app lets you watch live sports, local news, and more on your TV and on your devices. So you have more ways to watch, not more ways to pay. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-673-4499.
Too bad I'm in a contract.
Stuck in a contract? Spectrum will buy it out up to $500.
Seriously?
And you won't have to sign a new one. Don't wait. Switch today.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yes! Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-673-4499.
Get $1,000 customer cash on any stylish new 21 Corolla. Get 2.49 financing plus $750 TFS finance cash on Camry or lease Camry for $229 a month. Toyota. Let's go places.
You could just wait for something to go wrong with your air conditioner, or not. Get an AC tune-up this summer for only $59. Call us today to learn why we're Central Kentucky's highest-rated HVAC company, Comfort Heating and Air. I'm on my way.
The Kentucky Lottery, providing over $4 billion in grants and scholarships.
Another day with rain and some folks getting too much. We've had flash flood warnings up in Nicholas County now for about an hour and a half. These are for downtown Carlisle and then up in through the central part of Nicholas County. Had reports of some roads that were underwater. At least they were about an hour ago. That would be Main Street, that would be Concrete Road, and that would be Old Paris Road were reported to be underwater and closed. So again, flash flood warning until 7 o'clock. Max Track Live Doppler, it's a scattering of storms once again. If you've been outside at all, you know the air mass is just thick. There is a ton of water in the air. So anytime these storms, and these slow-moving storms, once they get going, they can drop a lot of water. So we look here into Nicholas County. We've got new showers developing between Carlisle and the northern part there of Bourbon County, continuing out toward Moorfield there in the eastern part there of Nicholas County. Again, these are just drifting off to the east. It's raining heavily by the Toyota plant off to the northeast along I-75, almost to Sadieville. You folks are at Mallard Point, though, getting lighter rain, but not nearly what you're seeing just down the road there at the Toyota plant. Western part of the county up there around Minersville getting some heavier rain. Scott County is seeing the rain. Franklin County seeing the rain from Frankfort along 460 over toward Forks of Elkhorn, then up into the northern part of the county, both 421 and 127 seeing that. Woodford County, north of Versailles, between there and Millville, between there and Midway, around Big Sink, you're seeing some of those heavier showers right along the Kentucky River. Also, Harrodsburg, you're dealing with some of that rain too. Some of us have gotten really wet over the last several days. I mean, a lot of water's come down. Fred is heading our way after coming ashore in Florida. The next totally dry day in the 8-day is next week. So on our rainfall over the last 7 days, this from the Kentucky Mesonet, it's kymesonet.org on the internet if you want to find it. What you can take from this is the scattered nature of it, where you see areas of blue. Hasn't rained much over the last week. Where you see areas of yellow and especially into the reds, rainfall has been heavier. Lawrenceburg's almost 3 inches. Carlisle, over 3 inches of rain in the last week. Jackson's approaching 4. But where you can really see a difference, believe it or not, it's in Fayette County. We've got rain gauges here that are automated, and on the southeastern side of Fayette County, Veterans Park area, and then down to East Hickman, northern Jessamine County, 6 inches of rain in the last week. But how quickly, once you cross Nicholasville Road, you get to the Mesonet site, well, it's a more reasonable, just under 2 inches. The Bluegrass Airport, 1 3/4 inches. Yarnleton's 1.5 inches. You go from Winchester Roads 3 to Bryan Station, under 2. So again, very sharp differences. This was the exploding nature of Fred as it came ashore. Thank goodness it ran out of water. If it would have had another 12 hours over water, it likely would have been a hurricane, as it is. It came between Apalachicola and Panama City. Still a 60-mile-per-hour tropical storm on a path along I-75 as it comes north. You can see that it's moving to the north-northeast for the moment. You see all these lines that are within that cone. Those are the various models. So everything is within the cone there. So it's a pretty well-forecasted storm at this point. You see how it's headed toward the Bluegrass, and along and to the right of the path, rainfall will be at its heaviest, and that does clip part of eastern Kentucky, maybe as far west as I-75, which we show you here on the future track. I-75 is your boundary here. There's your path. There you see some of those heavy rain potentials out of Fred, but how quickly you go from a lot of water to very little. The western edge of that storm is going to be a whole lot drier. So again, here comes Fred up from the Florida coast, making its way northbound. As it does so, you will look at those possibilities of heavy rain. Showers and thunder showers diminishing later tonight. Overnight lows in the upper 60s. Tomorrow, about 80. Rain and thunderstorms are again likely. Some of them will be locally heavy. Mid-80s, we dry out some Wednesday and Thursday, but not a whole lot. And by the time we get you into Friday and the weekend, rain chances return. Temperatures staying in the 80s.
All righty, Bill, thank you. You know, you typically see kids on the blacktop or concrete drawing with sidewalk chalk.
But a Louisville man has been surprising neighbors throughout the pandemic and turning his driveway into a work of art. Bill Hall doesn't do stick figures or hopscotch courses, though. Many of his works include animals and nature. He's created everything from turkeys and butterflies to dogs and unicorns. Others, like the flag raising of Iwo Jima, draw from his own experience as a military veteran. And he's even taking requests on his neighborhood's Facebook page. He says it started as a way to raise spirits during the height of the pandemic.
We were having all kinds of issues pertaining to negativity, people being sad, people getting sick, people passing away. All I was trying to do, especially for the kids, is to do something that would be positive, something that they would identify with, but at the same time, the parents would see that it's positive, and the kids would talk about it, and so it makes the whole family situation better.
You can follow Bill's latest chalk art on his neighborhood Facebook page. Just search for Plainview Area Families. The U.S. Coast Guard is part of the international aid helping Haiti recover from a massive earthquake. Coming up, a closer look at the widespread devastation as the country deals with crisis after crisis. Plus, what we know about a new Tesla facility coming to the Commonwealth and why you won't be able to pick up the latest electric model.
Designer furniture without designer prices is now on sale during the Labor Day sale from Designer Lux at Value City Furniture. So you can chill out, get rowdy, get together, and snuggle up. All for even less during the Labor Day sale. Or all with special financing and more, but only for a limited time. We are Designer Lux, only at Value City Furniture.
It's all red-hot excitement for new members at Red Mile Gaming and Racing. Sign up for the Winner's Circle Club today to spin and win up to $1,000 free play. The fun doesn't stop there. The rewards get bigger and better the more you play with exclusive offers, members-only draws and promotions, food specials, plus discounts at select local businesses. Win big on any one of our nearly 900 games while earning points towards meals, hotel stays, or more free play. All bets are on at Red Mile Gaming and Racing. Visit redmileky.com for details.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tom Abel with Abel Eyes. We specialize in LASIK and cataract premium implants. I would like to introduce Woody, one of our recent cataract implant patients.
And at night, I noticed that the lights for the other vehicles really blinded me. Probably time to think about cataract surgery. Dr. Tanner explained what I had and gave me the option, and I opted to have the better lens put in, so I didn't have to wear glasses.
Check us out online at ableeyes.com.
One day at work, I slipped and fell and blacked out. After the accident, my employer was basically forcing me back to work. They were not concerned about the pain that I was feeling. Nobody cared about me being hurt. When I called Morgan & Morgan, everything changed. I'm not 100%, but I'm a hell of a lot better than I was last year. If anybody calls me in need of a lawyer, trust me, I'm sending them straight to Morgan & Morgan.
Seem real, does it? Give me that.
Watch BBN tonight, 5 nights a week at 7:30, only on LEX 18. You're watching LEX 18 News at 5:30.
rescue efforts are underway in Haiti following a major earthquake this past weekend. The death toll nearing 1,300 people with thousands more injured.
The region could see even more damage this week with Tropical Depression Grace bringing the potential for heavy rain, flooding, and landslides. Gabe Gutierrez reports from the island nation.
A country in crisis. People tearing through rubble to find any signs of life after a monstrous 7.2 magnitude earthquake on Saturday devastated southwest Haiti.
People just started screaming everywhere on the streets and just out of, panic and fear.
The massive quake flattening buildings across Haiti's southern peninsula. Families who lost their homes are now sleeping on nearby soccer fields. Hospitals already pushed to the brink by the COVID pandemic forced to set up triage centers outside. People in desperate need of aid evacuated by air to Port-au-Prince. An international effort to help is now underway, the U.S. sending a 65-person search and rescue team from Virginia at the request of the Haitian government. The U.S. Coast Guard is also helping airlift the injured.
Overall, how significant is the devastation in that part of the island?
It's a pretty significant scope of damage, a substantial amount of work to be done.
This is the latest devastation for a country that has never fully recovered from an earthquake in 2010 that killed as many as 300,000 people. Haiti is also already dealing with political chaos sparked by the brazen assassination of its president last month. And now, Tropical Storm Grace is forecast to hit Haiti by tomorrow, bringing punishing rain that could lead to flash flooding and new mudslides. Yet another blow to a country in crisis.
That was Gabe Gutierrez reporting. Records show this earthquake was more powerful than the one that hit in 2010, but the difference is that the epicenter for this quake was in the southwestern part of the country, which is more rural.
And we continue to keep an eye on the weather situation along our shores as Tropical Storm Fred moves over Florida. In fact, many schools along the Florida Panhandle closed today just as a precaution. Classes are expected to resume tomorrow, though. Fred is the sixth named storm of the 2021 hurricane season.
Well, you are probably paying more at the pump than last month.
Coming up, see what's driving the increasing costs for gasoline and what you can expect to pay the next time you fill her up. Then tonight at 6, Lee County schools are facing a staffing shortage after several COVID positive tests. What we know about the decision to close for a few days after just reopening the doors is still ahead on LEX 18 News.
At Baptist Health, we want you to know the facts. Visit BaptistHealthDocs.com to view a video of Dr. James G. Huffman on the Outpatient Surgery Center in Corbin. Baptist Health Corbin. Be a healthier you.
If all of this makes you happy, then you'll be happy to know that all of this is only $1 each at Arby's from 2 to 5 every day. Hope you like happiness. Arby's, we have the meats.
You're looking at a $1,000 bill. Never saw one before, have you? Well, here I am. And you can find one of me on your doorstep every day for the rest of your life. Yep, every day. Here comes Grover. Play Lucky for Life from the Kentucky Lottery, now with daily drawings. And have a great day.
Play Lucky for Life at lottery retailers on the Kentucky Lottery app or at kylottery.com.
Car or truck wreck? Call Morgan, Collins, Yeast, and Salyer.
You never think these accidents are going to happen to you. My advice for anybody that is in a car or truck wreck, get you a lawyer so you can make sure your bills are paid.
After a wreck, call the lawyers with Kentucky Courage.
They're going to tell you what they can do for you, and they're going to do what they say they're going to do.
They got me a lot of money.
Morgan, Collins, Yeast, and Salyer. Call 1-800-55-WILDCAT.
We wear them on our sleeves and give them away. Hearts are important, and we at Cleveland Clinic are the nation's #1 heart program.
People talk about go to Cleveland Clinic, do your research. They're the best. I was extremely grateful for the doctors at Cleveland Clinic.
For every diagnosis, for every triumph, for every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic. If you've been diagnosed with a heart condition, call 855-282-6021.
We want to make sure that things stay at a level that we can manage and have the best outcomes possible.
Lee Searcy talks to a doctor on the front line on how the surge of the Delta virus is impacting how Kentucky hospitals are running their ICUs tonight on Evening Edition. Official UK station coverage sponsored by CHI St. Joseph Health.
Electric vehicle maker Tesla is planning a new facility in Louisville.
But you probably won't be able to buy one of the cars there thanks to a wrinkle in Kentucky state law. Tesla has submitted plans for a dealership on 4.5 acres near I-64 in the Blankenbanker Parkway with sales, service, and more than 200 parking spots. But Kentucky law bans auto companies from owning or operating a dealership, leaving that up to local franchises. Well, Tesla has resisted that arrangement in the past and was granted exceptions over a similar law in Virginia. Local Tesla owners say that they believe the company will open a service center instead of a true dealership. And the federal government has opened a formal investigation into Tesla's autopilot system. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is taking a closer look after nearly a dozen crashes involving parked emergency vehicles. They say that there have been 11 crashes since 2018 where Tesla is either on autopilot or its traffic-aware cruise control hit vehicles with flashing lights, flares, or warning cones and signs. The investigation covers the models Y, X, S, and 3 from 2014 through 2021.
Well, the trend continues with gas prices up once again today all across our nation. In fact, gas prices are up 3 cents just over the past 3 weeks. And the national average for regular gas now sits around $3.25 a gallon. That's $1 more than a year ago. According to the Lundberg survey, crude oil costs have started to fall, meaning the price spike could slow soon. According to AAA, Kentucky's average gas price is about $2.93. And according to Gas Buddy, Lexington's average sits at $2.94. T-Mobile is investigating claims a hacker is trying to sell personal data of more than 100 million customers. Vice's Motherboard first reported the incident, saying a hacker posted to an online forum saying that they had names, social security numbers, phone, and driver's license numbers up for sale. Well, the company has reported several serious breaches over the past few years, with the most recent in December. If confirmed, this latest breach could affect nearly every T-Mobile customer in the United States.
Well, the struggle was tough for working parents during the early days of the pandemic, and most think it shortchanged their career. A new study from the American Staffing Association shows that most parents are feeling left behind in their careers and in their workplaces. The researchers polled more than 2,000 adults about the pandemic in June. 62% said extra childcare and virtual schooling responsibilities hurt their ability to get ahead at work. The study showed that people of color were more likely to say childcare duties have been a career obstacle during COVID. America's food assistance program, widely known as SNAP, is set to boost its benefits. The assistance will raise about 25% higher than pre-pandemic levels. Families' maximum assistance will also rise about 20%. This marks the biggest rise in SNAP benefits in the program's history. All 42 million people enrolled in SNAP benefits will also receive more aid when more changes go into effect in October. And before we head to this next break, let's take a look at how the day ended on Wall Street. LEX 18 News is back after this.
Of all the jobs that I do, farming is the most fulfilling. Hearing aids came along early for me due to hearing loss. It's always been a challenge in my life. That is where Bluegrass Hearing Clinic changed everything. Their constant teamwork and support helped me find the devices that make it possible to work in any of my pursuits, even on my farm. So now I can continue to raise my boys and do what I want on my own.
Now offering Saturday appointments. See more at bluegrasshearing.com.
At JP Morgan, the only definition of wealth that matters is yours. It can be a smaller house, but a bigger nest egg, a goal to work toward, or the freedom to walk away. With 200 years of experience, personalized advice, and commission-free trades on an award-winning app, we're working for you. Planning, investing, advice. JP Morgan Wealth Management.
I
I am a real customer of Bryant Heating and Cooling, and I have been now for 11 years. Why do I do this? Because Bryant has always been here for me. I've had units go down, but when I called them, they were here, and they never left my home until I was comfortable. My system gets regular maintenance to keep it running efficiently. I know that my air conditioner is going to perform its best, even in the worst conditions. But if it doesn't, Bryant will be here. That's why I do this.
It starts off small. Over time, you start to take notice. It's obvious you have a clog in the house. While I can appreciate award-winning talent, a plumbing clog can ruin your daily routine. Clogs can have unwanted odors, slow or no drainage in your plumbing, and can even do damage by flooding your home. Don't waste your time and money on temporary fixes. Call a pro at Fast Flow and make this the only clogging you see in your home.
There are great local companies looking for talented people. LEX 18 is making it easy to find them. Log on to lex18.com/hiring. Take the most trusted name in local weather with you everywhere you go. Download the free LEX 18 Storm Tracker weather app today. LEX 18, streaming local news 24/7. Search for LEX 18 on your device. Count on LEX 18 News.
I just feel like all this loss, and now it's just like all for nothing. This is the worst part about it.
LEX 18 speaks with the SEAL Team 6 veteran who served in Afghanistan. His thoughts on the Taliban taking over the country he and others fought so hard for. And Lee County schools are shut down for the majority of this week because of a COVID outbreak. LEX 18 talks with the health director and the superintendent about what's next. Plus, UK students are officially moving back onto campus. How move-in day went for parents and students. Plus, a mother speaking out after her son is fighting a traumatic brain injury from a car crash caused by debris in the road. This is LEX 18 News at 6. Good evening, I'm Nancy Cox.
And I'm Larry Smith. Thank you for joining us here at 6.
We're starting a new week, and the wet weather pattern today is going to be a familiar one.
That's right. We're joined now by Chief Meteorologist Bill Mack. And Bill, the question is, how much rain can we expect this week?
Well, unfortunately, a whole lot more for some folks. We are looking at the remnants of Fred coming up, and even this afternoon, which is not Fred related, we are seeing pockets of very heavy rain once again. If you've been outside at all, I mean, everywhere you go, the air mass is just moisture laden. You feel the water in the air, and when the storms get going and they're slow moving, they can drop a lot of water in a hurry. So we have a flash flood warning. It came out about 4 o'clock. That's for Nicholas County. It does include Carlisle. We did have some road closures earlier. We also have a new flash flood warning. Oh, that scooted back over to where I didn't want it to go, but go back over there toward Scott County. We have a flash flood warning there, and that is for the Toyota plant. From there, that's kind of the epicenter of it. We'll get here on the Max Track Live Doppler 601. So come on in here. This is a very slow-moving storm. Just went by the Toyota plant. Again, it's been dropping torrential rain along I-75. Boydtown, Turkeyfoot, headed toward Leesburg as you get over into Harrison County there. Then more heavy rain back towards Stamping Ground just south of Minersville. So again, that is where your flash flood warning in Scott County exists. Other heavy rain back toward Frankfort and the Forks of Elkhorn, down toward Millville and Woodford County. Just to the west there along the Bluegrass Parkway there of Versailles, and then down along the Kentucky River into the northern part of Mercer County. The flash flood warning that we have for Nicholas County, the rain has decreased some, but again has rained heavily this afternoon, then more showers scattered across southeast Kentucky. Future track will continue through this evening. More pockets of heavy rain, although a lot of folks may not see much. We get you into the day tomorrow. All this mass of rain you see coming north, that's the remnants of Fred, and especially from I-75 east, the potential for the heaviest of the rain is going to exist tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, all the way into Wednesday morning. We're going to talk about that and look through the rest of the week. Get set for a wet one. We'll have that for you in a few minutes.
Okay, Bill, thanks. Students and staff in Lee County are home for the majority of the week after a number of positive COVID-19 cases.
The superintendent posted to Facebook over the weekend saying they would need to be closed today, tomorrow, and Wednesday because of the positive test and quarantines. LEX 18's Austin Pollock takes a look at how they'll move forward in tonight's big story at 6.
On a Monday morning, typically there are dozens of cars parked at a school. But less than a week after starting the school year, the doors are already shut in Lee County.
I just didn't have enough staff at my elementary school to be able to cover classes.
Superintendent Sarah Wasson posted to Facebook over the weekend. In that post, she says there were students and staff who tested positive for COVID-19. Because of that, several others were asked to quarantine. Lee County's public health director says something like this happening once school started isn't that surprising.
This was to be expected, getting students all back together in confined spaces. We were expecting this actually to occur.
According to state data, about 42% of Lee County residents are vaccinated. Wasson said over the phone some of those positive tests among staff did include those who were vaccinated and unvaccinated. Still, the goal is to keep the school year going on Thursday.
We certainly intend to be back in. We don't hope that this is a trend, but I know that districts are struggling, and they will struggle across the state this year with quarantines.
Lockhart says just Monday morning there were more than 24 people related to the school system who got tested at the health department. He says one of the best ways to prevent more school closings like this throughout the year is to take action to protect yourself and the community.
The more people we get vaccinated, the less likely it is that we'll have to put school on hold. You know, we're still going to have individuals that test positive. We may have a class we need to quarantine.
But as they continue to wait for results to come in, Wasson says the goal is to keep the school year going as it was planned.
It's possible that we may have to stay out if more staff are reporting positives, but we'll get back in as soon as possible and then be stronger going forward.
In Lee County, Austin Pollock, LEX 18 News.
Well, now let's get to the latest on the coronavirus in Kentucky. Mondays are usually low on cases. That's not the case today. Today, the state reported 2,100 new COVID cases, along with 9 more deaths, all blamed on the virus. The state's positivity rate passed 12% over the weekend. It's now 12.4%.
Here's your chance to join in on the conversation. Have you noticed more people wearing masks? Yes or no, or about the same? Well, so far we've got a few hundred votes here. 56% of you say yes, 40% say no, 4% say about the same. Well, again, all you have to do to take part is open our app and find the Vote Now story or look under our features section for that. And of course, you can always log on to lex18.com/vote now. Let us know what you think about the issue, and we'll check back with you during Evening Edition at 7 o'clock right here on LEX 18. President Biden speaking to the country this afternoon, the first time since the Taliban claimed Afghanistan's city capital over the weekend.
He said he was disappointed at how quickly the country collapsed without American help, but he stands by his decision.
Afghanistan political leaders gave up and fled the country. The Afghan military collapsed, sometime without trying to fight. American troops cannot and should not be fighting in a war and dying in a war that Afghan forces are not willing to fight for themselves.
We saw some scary video from Kabul's airport as thousands of people rushed for flights out, some even clinging onto military transports to escape. Look at that image right there. Several thousand U.S. troops will remain there to evacuate American workers, citizens, and Afghan allies over the coming days. The president is also calling on all countries to open their arms to Afghan refugees who are hoping to avoid Taliban rule. The chaos of it all has been difficult to digest for veterans who served in Afghanistan.
LEX 18's Kristen Edwards talked to a retired member of the Navy SEAL Team 6 who says he is angry, disheartened, and in disbelief.
Retired Navy SEAL Team 6 sniper Steve Brown spends most of his time working at his camp these days. It's where he holds retreats for veterans with trauma. It's been more than a decade since he served in Afghanistan. But the Taliban takeover this weekend brought him back to that time.
I'm struggling, to be honest.
He says the war has caused so much loss and that it was all for nothing now.
All my brothers that, paid the ultimate sacrifice there. It was just really hard to see everything undone so fast. That was the toughest thing for me.
And he fears for the Afghani interpreters and others who help them because they're in serious danger now.
once the Taliban finds out who was doing what, heads are going to start rolling, literally.
It's all been a lot to handle, but he has an excellent support system.
My wife's a rock, so she helps me out. I come out here and work every day. This gets my mind off of a lot of things.
For those who don't have the support, he asks for help on their behalf.
Check in on them, see how they're doing.
Because after 20 years of fighting, of nation building and loss, the country is seemingly back to square one. In Franklin County, Kristen Edwards, LEX 18 News.
If you're a veteran or you know a veteran who's struggling after the news of this weekend, you can call the VA Crisis Hotline. It's 800-273-8255. We'll try to put that with this story on our website. After that number, 800-273-8255, then you press 1.
Well, an exciting day on the UK campus where thousands of incoming freshmen moved into their new dorm rooms. The enthusiasm a bit tapered by the rain and continued spread of COVID-19. But those students who are beginning a new chapter in their lives say it would have taken a lot to ruin the experience. This day usually mixed with apprehension and excitement, and for parents, a little bit of emotion as well.
On the way here, I was thinking, I cannot believe I'm sitting in this car and doing this. It seems like, I mean, all the flashbacks of when he was a kid, a little boy, and here we are. It's honestly, I don't even believe I'm doing this. See, I'm going to cry now, so.
Well, Sarah did manage to hold it together. Her son said the masks are an inconvenience, but a small price to pay to get a chance to experience in-person classes and in college life on campus. Good luck to them.
Well, a family has been forever changed after a tarp flew off a vehicle, blocking the windshield of the teen who was driving behind it.
When LEX 18 News at 6 returns, we hear from the mother about the dangers of road debris and go in depth about how often it happens.
End of summer savings are here at Kentucky's #1 Hyundai dealer. During the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, drive away in the all-new 2021 Sonata for as low as $24,809. Hurry in today to Kentucky's #1 Hyundai dealer, Don Franklin Lexington Hyundai.
At Baptist Health, we want you to know the facts. Visit BaptistHealthBucks.com to view a video of Dr. Tracy Carbajal on laparoscopic surgery and gynecology. Baptist Health Lexington. Be a healthier you.
With UK Federal Credit Union, get paid to save on your auto loan. When you refinance your auto loan, you'll receive a 1% rebate on the loan amount. So what are you waiting for? Refinance today and put some extra money in your pocket. UK Federal Credit Union. It's banking, only better.
Hi, Shane Huffman with the Neil Huffman Automotive Group. If you're currently considering selling your vehicle, then the time to act is now. There has never been a better time to receive top dollar for your vehicle than there is today. All you got to do is visit us at neilhuffman.com. Huffman has it.
It's okay. Don't be scared.
A desire to help others is ingrained in our DNA. To comfort and to serve those in need.
I made this for you. It'll make you feel better.
And as we grow,
Brought you guys some coffee.
our care and concern for others becomes more evident.
You are going to be just fine.
Our technological advances, a standard of excellence, and innovative procedures are second only to our compassion. We were made for this.
This will make you feel better.
We are Ephraim McDowell.
End of summer savings are here at Don Franklin Lexington Buick GMC. Get 0% for 72 months on the 2021 Buick SUV models, or get the all-new 2021 Buick GMC Sierra 1500 as low as $41,795. Don Franklin Lexington Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
A Lexington woman wants drivers to know about the dangers of debris after her son was seriously injured in a crash last month. Police say it happened when a tarp flew off someone else's vehicle, blocking the teenager's view.
Tonight, LEX 18's Evelyn Schultz shares an update on his recovery from a traumatic brain injury and the family's message for others.
It's an avoidable tragedy.
Before Connor Boone got into a car crash, he spent his time outdoors or working on BMWs. That all changed July 23rd when the foreign auto technician crashed his convertible on New Circle Road.
The mother part of me obviously was freaking out because we had no clue what had happened at that point. We just got a call from an officer saying that your son's been in an accident and he's in stable condition at UKED.
His mom, Ann, says many details are still unclear, but she learned the cause of the wreck while reading an LEX 18 article.
But I just know that some random tarp came from somewhere. My son was in a convertible with a seatbelt on, and this tarp caused him to run into an embankment and be ejected. And here we are.
Connor was in the ICU at UK, then the trauma unit. Now he'll spend a month at Cardinal Hill Rehab, relearning how to walk and talk. His mom says when he goes home, he'll need 24/7 care.
It's day to day. You don't know where they're going to end up. He has a good prognosis. We are hoping for the best and expecting the worst.
Unfortunately, Connor isn't alone. In one 4-year span, the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety said road debris caused more than 200,000 crashes, 39,000 injuries, and 500 deaths. 2/3 of those crashes happened when items fell from a vehicle due to improper maintenance or unsecured loads. Connor is slowly healing, but Ann says simply taking the extra step to properly secure loads can prevent tragedy and even save lives.
He could have died, and he didn't, thankfully, but it really has a ripple effect.
In Lexington, Evelyn Schultz, LEX 18 News.
So far, no one has been charged in that incident. We took a deeper look at crashes caused by debris in the roadway and found more than 1 in 3 crashes involving debris occur between 10 a.m. and 3:59 p.m.
According to AAA, that's a time frame when many people are on the road hauling or moving heavy items like furniture or construction equipment. Debris-related crashes are much more likely to occur on interstate highways. AAA encourages drivers to educate themselves about specific road debris laws in their state. Drivers should also practice defensive driving techniques while on the road to prevent debris-related crashes from occurring. LEX 18 News will be back in a moment with a check of a rainy forecast for you after the break.
All right, Eli, football, and more football tonight. We're joined by Jeff Picoro and Christy Thomas of UK Sports Network.
Plus an exclusive interview with wide receiver turned tight end, Isaiah Cummings.
Presented locally by CHI St. Joseph Health.
Shop Lexington Furniture for quality name brand furniture and accessories, in stock and ready for home delivery. Lexington Furniture, from traditional to transitional and everything in between. Place your custom orders now for fall and holiday delivery.
Honey, are you sure the lawnmower's working?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Hey, Dad. Is this garbage thingy working?
Pretty sure.
Dad, are you sure the AC's working?
Yeah, I'm pretty Fayette Heating and Air. Pretty sure we're going to need some help.
Be sure. Get an AC system check for only $59.
Welcome to Toyota's National Sales Event.
Ooh, RAV4.
It's a great time to save on the 2021s while they last.
Ooh, Venza.
Toyota's got an exciting lineup to choose from.
Oh, Highlander, could you?
Oh, sure. You have to understand, it's the National Sales Event.
Get 2.49 financing plus 750 TFS finance cash on any new 21 Highlander, Highlander Hybrid, or gas-powered RAV4. Or lease a RAV4 for $209 a month.
Hey, that's my line.
Toyota, let's go places.
Right now, there are high-paying jobs going unfilled here in Central Kentucky. You could go to college for 4 or more years. Or, after a short time at the Building Institute, you could be doing those jobs while others are still struggling to pay their tuition. The Building Institute's Fast Track Earn As You Learn low-cost education program can have you licensed in plumbing, electric, or HVAC in only 1 to 2 years. The road to your career has a fast lane. Sign up at buildinginstituteky.com. That's buildinginstituteky.com.
Shop Lexington Furniture for quality name brand furniture and accessories, in stock and ready for home delivery. Lexington Furniture, from traditional to transitional and everything in between. Place your custom orders now for fall and holiday delivery.
Ton of water in the air. Storms are efficient rain producers, and the bottom line is some folks getting too much water too quickly, and that results in flash flooding. Flash flood warning until 8:45 for Scott County. It runs from Georgetown up through the Toyota plant. That really has been about the center of it, continuing then to the northeastern part of the county, just about up to Sadie'ville, back to about Stamping Ground. So again, that's a flash flood warning. Radar estimations on the rain right around the Toyota plant. 2.5-inch radar estimation. Now, that may be a little high. The bottom line is there's been a lot of water that's come down. And as we always say, never, ever drive across a flooded road. Other heavy rain, northern Fayette County, about an inch by the time you get to Stamping Ground. But downtown Georgetown, at least on the radar estimation, 1/10 to 1/4 inch. Flash flood warning is going to be until 7 o'clock, and that is for Nicholas County. It does include Carlisle. We had reports of road closures at around 4 o'clock. Radar estimations on the rain there, 1.5 inches, pretty good there right around Carlisle. Decreases then as you move both north and south away. Thing is, the storms get going are very slow moving, and they are very efficient rainmakers. So you're looking at some real heavy rain now. Eastern Franklin County, western part of Scott County, they're at the line. Some thunder mixed in with that as well. That continues into the northern part of Woodford County. You go then from Stamping Ground up to Mallard Point, where it's now raining hard. It started to drop temporarily at the Toyota plant, but again, northern part of Scott County, seeing that heavy rain. Good news in Nicholas County, the rain has been decreasing, but it is increasing now as we look back into Mercer and Washington County, also right there along the Bluegrass Parkway, right at the Kentucky River. You folks around Perryville getting a quick shower underway. Beattyville in the eastern part of Lee County, you're seeing that storm develop. Then it continues down into the northern part of Clay County. Some of us have been getting a lot of water. Fred is heading toward the Bluegrass, and the next dry day in the forecast is next Monday. Rainfall over the last week has been heavy in places. You're seeing numbers that are in the 2 and 3 inch range, but then other folks, not all that far away, numbers are significantly less. You see the blues, that's less. Yellows and oranges are more. Across Fayette County, this is amazing. Over the last week, southern eastern part of Fayette County, northern Jessamine County, 6 inches of rain or just about. Veterans Park, the East Hickman area. You cross Nicholasville Road, the Mesonet site across from the Walmart, less than 2 inches of rain. Bluegrass Airport, about 1 3/4 inches. Downtown, less than 1.5 inches. Winchester Road to Bryan Station, look at those differences. So again, some folks get a lot of water, some folks not all that far away. Not nearly as much. Where it's raining hard has been with Fred. Came ashore as a tropical storm a little after 2 o'clock between Panama City and Apalachicola. It will continue working northbound. 5 p.m., we're looking at a 60-mile-per-hour tropical storm as it came in. Still sitting just to the near Apalachicola. It's going to come right on up to the north. You notice how all the modeling is well within that cone, but you notice that path that comes toward eastern Kentucky. Well, that's where the heaviest of the rain is going to be as well, along and to the right of the path. So that track really makes all the difference in the world. And you see how that swath cuts up and across Kentucky? Well, I-75 right now is a pretty decent boundary. East of 75, rainfall amounts are huge from Fred. West of 75, virtually nothing, but that path can wobble some over time. For tonight, showers and thunder showers. Some will be locally heavy, but they will diminish late. Upper 60s for that low. Rain and storms around again tomorrow. Some of those will be heavy, high around 80. Mid-80s on Wednesday and Thursday as the rain chance actually decreases. Then you look ahead to the weekend, rain chances increase again with temperatures staying in the 80s. Keith has sports right after this.
We want to make sure that things stay at a level that we can manage and have the best outcomes possible.
Lee Searcy talks to a doctor on the front line on how the surge of the Delta virus is impacting how Kentucky hospitals are running their ICUs. Tonight on Evening Edition.
Get end of summer savings at Don Franklin Chevrolet. Drive away in the all-new 2021 Equinox LT for as low as $25,795. Or get the all-new 2021 Silverado 1500 Custom as low as $36,520. Find new roads at Don Franklin Chevrolet.
At Safe Auto, we know the road isn't always smooth traveling. Hey, stuff happens. That's why we're here 24/7. With state minimum coverage that could save you up to 25%, with flexible payment options that put you at the wheel. Just call us at 1-800-SAFE-AUTO or visit 1-800-SAFEAUTO.com. 3 minutes or less get you a quote for coverage. Safe Auto. We get it. Stuff happens. Play it safe.
I was in addiction for 2 years.
I was in addiction for 22
I was in active addiction for 22 years.
I felt hopeless.
I felt hopeless. But then my storied arc began.
There's a recovery movement sweeping across all of Kentucky. We are paving the way for opportunity, hope, and destiny. Let our residential, outpatient, and telehealth teams introduce you or your loved one to a life of recovery. Contact Addiction Recovery Care for the help you need now.
Guess what, Kentucky? Getting your COVID-19 vaccine just got even smarter. Because now, your shot of hope comes with a shot at winning $1 million. Or a full ride college scholarship. All you have to do to be able to enter and win is get your vaccine. It could save your life and change your life. To register to win or find a vaccine site near you, just visit shotatamillion.ky.gov.
End of summer savings are here at Don Franklin Ford. Get 0% APR for 36 months, plus $1,000 cash back on all new 2021 Select Ford F-150 models and all new 2021 Select Ford Expedition models. Hurry into Don Franklin Ford today.
The Big Blue Nation's official station is LEX 18.
UK football coach Mark Stoops and offensive coordinator Liam Cohen both said they would rather take their time finding the starting quarterback rather than rush a decision. But Will Levis must have made that decision pretty easy. Yesterday, Coach Stoops told the team and the media that he had already settled on Levis being the starter. He cited his arm strength, his command of the offense, and the huddle as reasons for getting the nod. Bo Allen is second on the depth chart, and Joey Gatewood ultimately decided to enter the transfer portal after he was given the news. Levis transferred to Kentucky and didn't even get here until July, so he made a quick impression on the coaching staff. I had the chance to sit down and talk with him about it today.
I saw some of the quotes that Coach Stoops made yesterday, but I really do think I've been running the offense very efficiently all summer. Gone out there and made little to no mental mistakes and thrown accurate balls. Been really pleased with my numbers so far in camp, and I just think my personality too is just one that gravitates guys towards me, and I think that I can be a really good leader for this team and this program.
Once we made the decision, talked about it with the team, talked about it with the quarterbacks, it's time to move forward. I feel like we have clarity in this situation. I think our team understands that.
I think just his work ethic, command of the huddle, command of his peers, and obviously he's a talented kid. He has some arm talent and some things that are difficult to coach at times that he has, and I just thought he did a great job of coming in and running the whole show.
You can see all three of my sit-down interviews with Levis, Coach Stoops, and Coach Cohen on BBN tonight. During that Levis interview, you'll hear him explain why he ate an entire banana with the peel and all. And join me and Anna Tarullo tonight at 7:30. Tonight's high school Sports Zone preview takes us to Franklin County, the defending 4A runner-up from a season ago after falling to Boyle County 31-28 in overtime. The Flyers nearly had to find a new coach after Eddie James unofficially took the coaching job at Highlands, but a change of heart has him back at Franklin County for a fifth season. He has plenty of talent coming back as well, and not only are his guys ready to make a run back to Kroger Field, they're ready to win it all.
This group of seniors, they've done everything that you can do in high school football except for one thing. And they're hungry, and they want to kind of complete that and try to make a run and get back. But we don't really talk about it that much. We focus on every day and getting better. This team is different than last year's team, so we're trying to let it build and grow and become what it can be.
Unfinished business. We still got stuff to handle. You can never be satisfied. You got to finish what you started. We're just trying to get back to the end game, win it this time, finish the business.
All right, and how does this make sense? The UK volleyball team, fresh off a national championship, is ranked third in the American Volleyball Coaches Association preseason top 25. Wildcats received the second most first-place votes, but they'll start behind Texas and Wisconsin. LEX 18 News. We'll be right back.
End of summer savings are here at Don Franklin Lexington Nissan. Lease the all-new 2021 Rogue for only $249 per month. Or get the all-new 2021 Murano for as low as $31,845. Hurry into Don Franklin Lexington Nissan.
If you're worried about spoiling your dinner with any of our dollar sliders from 2 to 5 p.m. at Arby's, do what I do. Order a dollar shake to take your mind off it. Arby's, we have the meat.
Don't miss the anniversary cookout at Critchfield Meats Family Market, Saturday, August 21st. Enjoy live music by the Bent Penny Band and hot specials. $100 gift cards will be drawn every hour from 11 to 3 and a $500 gift card at 4. Serve your family the best. Serve Critchfield Meats. Family owned and operated since 1969. Located on Southland Drive in Lexington. You will taste the difference. They guarantee it.
Celebrating 35 years of performance with our most thrilling lineup. Don't miss limited time offers at the Acura Summer of Performance event going on now.
Visit Courtesy Acura in Lexington for attractive offers on the RDX.
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here with our hottest sale of the year. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory. Installed by a team of professionals and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
Tom and I love to do new adventures. Listen to new music, go to new restaurants, zip lining, and even motorcycle riding.
But in the past, it's been very difficult with conversations. Many times I'd have to ask Sabrina to repeat herself. We decided to get our hearing checked at Bluegrass Hearing Clinic, and it turned out that I did need hearing aids.
Now we can have great conversations and go on new adventures, and for that I am thankful.
Now offering Saturday appointments. See more at bluegrasshearing.com.
Get end-of-summer savings at Kentucky's #1 Ram dealer. During the Make This the Summer event, get the all-new 21 Ram 1500 as low as $35,995, or the all-new 21 Ram 2500 as low as $49,625. Hurry into Don Franklin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Still looking at areas of heavy rain. We have a flash flood warning until 8:45 for Scott County, where it continues to rain hard. The flash flood warning for Nicholas County, that'll expire at 7 o'clock, if not sooner, as the rain has really tapered off there. But for you folks there, western central parts of Scott County, stamping ground on over toward Georgetown, but then up toward the Toyota plant and Mallard Point, the subdivision there, on up toward Sadieville. Again, it has been raining hard and will continue to do so. Heavy rains beginning to fill in now parts of Woodford County down into Mercer County as well. We'll keep an eye on all these and have more at 7.
All right, we will see you then. Thanks for watching. NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt is up next.
Join us again at 7 for Evening Edition. Have a good night.
LEX 18, streaming local news 24/7. Search for LEX 18 on your device.